Today, the nation will be watching closely as President Donald Trump delivers his State of the Union address.
It comes amid immigration crackdowns, foreign policy flashpoints, and tariffs rattling the markets.
Our Natalie Haddad joining us in studio this morning. And Natalie, the president is expected to try to energize the GOP base tonight.
Yeah, it's really his only goal for tonight, and it's one he'll need to be successful at because President Trump's State of the Union comes as his approval ratings are dipping and military action overseas looming. The annual address before a joint session of Congress is where the president makes his case to the country. This year, it comes at a critical time. The Supreme Court just struck down his emergency tariffs, ruling he overstepped. And Trump says he's weighing possible strikes on Iran as diplomatic talks approach. Among other things, he's expected to argue his administration has fixed the affordability crisis. But polls show voters aren't convinced of this. The latest ABC News Washington Post Ipsos poll shows 60% disapprove of how Trump is handling his job as president, while only 39% approve. We spoke to a political expert, and he says the president has, again, just one goal tonight, and that is to persuade voters to keep Republicans in power.
The party out of power almost always picks up seats in the House and oftentimes in the Senate as well. And with Trump's low poll numbers, Republicans are worried that they're going to lose a lot of seats in the House and maybe lose control of the Senate.
The State of the Union is at 8 p.m. our time, guys.
Yeah, Natalie, we also see some protests usually when these things come about at most State of the Union addresses. Any news about that this morning so far?
Yeah, this is something we see pretty much every time we have a State of the Union address over the years. We've seen lawmakers, usually from the opposing party of the president, make their protests known. Sometimes it's symbolic, like wearing all white to highlight policies they say harm women. Other times it's interruptions during the speech, lawmakers yelling toward the president. But this year, many congressional Democrats have already pledged to skip the address altogether, choosing to attend other events, and others are making statements by inviting Jeffrey Epstein survivors as their guests. So I think we're going to see a lot going on tonight, not just at the podium with the president, but in the audience too.
All right, something to watch on WFAA Plus. Natalie, thank you.